As the German Shepherd is a friendly dog, he must be trained to become more aggressive so that he can protect the officer if the officer is attacked. Police dogs are bred and selected for their intelligence and gentle disposition. German Shepherds possess these qualities and are used for police work all over the world. The police dog, like any dog, loves his master. Through training, which emphasizes obedience, dependability, and control, the police dog is taught how to carry out his master's wishes. Thus, the police dog will attack only upon the command of his handler. Such a command is rarely needed.
I don't know whether there are any plans in place, but assaulting a police dog or attacking a police dog should be as serious as attacking a person. I'm Brett French, I'm an instructor at the Police Dog Training School. We allocate our pups to handlers at 8 weeks old. Once they're operational, the first year is pretty much getting them used to working out in an operational street environment. But I would say after that they are efficient in their work. You try and find me a handler who wouldn't be half a second behind their dog. If they had to deploy their dog to a violent man, for instance, you know you're a team. You don't let that dog go lightly, and you don't let that dog go letting it suffer the consequences by itself.
So my name's Dave Wardell. I'm a serving police officer with Beds, Hearts and Cams dog section. This is now retired police dog Finn. Finn was a police dog for 7 years. Finn and I already had a huge bond anyway. You have to do what we do. But since then, you know, I quite often say to people that Finn went from being my police dog that day to being my therapy dog. And he really helped me through some very dark days after that incident. Finn and I were called to an address in Stevenage to look for an offender that had run off. As I came round the corner, the offender was running towards a fence, and Finn grabbed him by the lower leg and dragged him down off of the fence. He lunged forward towards Finn. I had no idea what he was doing because it was a dark garden. It was only when, as he started to relax, that he pulled probably the biggest knife I've ever seen on the street out of Finn's chest. I expected Finn to fall over and die at some point, because it must have gone through his heart when you see the size of the knife. But Finn heroically carried on fighting the offender and helped me disarm him. Finn was very lucky. Missed his heart by about a centimetre. 2 sections of his lung were actually had to be removed so that they could reseal his lung. The offender was taken to court, but he received no extra penalty for what happened to Finn. To see that happen to him, I would have happily exchanged places so that it happened to me rather than it happened to him. I think everyone just assumed that it would be dealt with. You know, if a service animal was injured, it would be the person that was responsible would be dealt with. But you didn't have the social media that we have these days. You couldn't share the story instantly with several billion people potentially. So Finnslaw was started by the public after Finn and I were attacked last year, and what the public are calling for is a law to protect these animals. There is a need for them. There is no robot that can do what they do, but if we can offer them some form of protection in law as well, I think we would just close that loophole and show people that they will be punished if they do anything to these dogs.